For a few seconds, I thought you were going to have to look at my ugly mug instead of the sunset. Good evening, everyone. It's your friend Bruno. And look at what we've got tonight. Or this evening. Isn't that beautiful? We haven't anybody come aboard yet, but we'll see what happens. And already we have a like and someone aboard. Hey, Darren. It's good to see you. I guess we've caught a sunset. How are things out where you are? How's your dad doing? That's good. That's good. Yeah. We might be getting some thunderstorms and such overnight. I don't know. Weather's a little bit unsettled. How's the rest of your family, Darren? Good. Good. Oh. Do you have many birds where you are? Or is it what's it like where you are, Darren? I mean, can you describe the terrain? Or is it hilly or more of a plain or plateau? More hilly. Are you atop the hills or aside the hills or in the valleys between them? It looks like we've got 15 people aboard, Darren. Welcome, everybody. It's okay for everybody to check in and say hi. And Boss says hi. And hi Nam Huang. I don't know how to interpret that. I'm sorry. And Devin Sanders has joined us and says, this looks so peaceful. Yes, it is. I'm so blessed that we can all share this evening. I'm finally able to make it out a little bit. We're just taking things one day at a time here. One moment at a time. And isn't this a beautiful one? Bai asks, where am I? Well, I'm in a little place in Illinois in the United States. A little town, it likes to call itself a city, called Olney. That's Olney. How about you, Bob? Where are you? Yeah, we're just a little town. There's about 9,000 people here. And Ba is in Tehran. Oh, Ba, be safe. And Jake's come aboard and says, "Oh my gosh, is that grass? I never touch it." And Ba, "Yes, I understand. You're in Iran. Do you have sunsets like this there?" And Darren, do you have much grass? I mean, to be perfectly honest, this grass isn't mine that we're looking at. This actually belongs to other people, but I'm blessed enough that I can come out here and set and watch the sunsets. And Boss says, yes, it is 4:26, and that's in the AM for those of us in the United States. It's 4:26 AM. Boz in Iran is nearly on the other side of the world from us. So for Ba, it's getting to be towards sunrise, whereas here we are watching sunset. Is that correct, Ba? Are you in Tehran, the city, or are you in the countryside around Tehran? And Ba says, my name is Bardia. I hope I've pronounced that right. Nice to meet you. Well, of course, Ba, it's nice to meet you too. We're all friendly here. And Pat's come aboard. Hey, Pat. It's good to see you. We've got a beautiful sunset tonight. Yeah. And Ba says that they're in Tehran, in the city. Yes. Yes, I'm aware. I've never been, but I'm very aware. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty impressive to think about, isn't it, Darren? And Pat says, yep, that sure is beautiful. Forgive me for my absence. Percussion camp has started. Oh, Pat, you need not apologize. We all understand. Yes. Yes. Yes, and Ba is in the capital of Iran. And Darren's put up a little symbol with a number 1. Well, let's be kind here, okay? You know, we're all here on this little itty bitty planet, and we're all here for a short time. So let's give thanks that we're all here in this moment and that we can share. And Alex has come aboard and says hello. Yeah. So everybody say hi to Alex. And thanks for the number. Thanks for the little heart. We all appreciate that. We all share that. And everyone's saying hello to each other. Oh, it's so wonderful and peaceful. It's such a blessing. So can everyone hear the birds and the cicadas that are singing? Can you all see the beautiful, beautiful gold trimmed clouds like I can? If I turn the camera just a little bit, maybe you can see a little bit more. It's not as beautiful through the lens as it is from what I can see around it. But here, it looks a little bit more gray. I don't know if I can touch it a little bit and maybe improve. No, it doesn't look like it. Let me see if I swipe in front of the camera, if maybe that'll help. No, I'm afraid not. And Boz asked, why don't you listen to some nice relaxing music now in this nice place? Well, I don't have the technology at hand where I can do both at the same time. But I can remember and I can think about nice music that I've known. I'm sure you can too. And of course, maybe where you are, maybe there's a radio or a record player or, some sort of a device where you can turn on some music, some nice music to enjoy the beautiful sunset by. It's enough for me just to listen to the bird song and the song of the cicadas. But thank you. Before I started doing the live streams, oftentimes I would listen to songs like Canadian Sunset by Hugo Winterthalter. And Boz asked, in your opinion, what helps us find peace in the stressful reality? Well, Boz, that's a pretty deep question. I suppose it's faith in the God that's above us all, Boz, and our God's desire for peace, not only for us in heaven, but here on earth. It's elusive, but there's those of us who truly try to devote our lives and our beings to serving God as messengers of peace and understanding. We pray for those who are sometimes thought of as our adversaries, that they find peace too. Because vengeance and vindictiveness, they don't have a place in the heaven that we understand. So we try to love each other equally and to be kind and patient. And you're welcome, Bob. Praise be to God for what I said, because that's what he teaches. I'm only an empty vessel conveying it. And David Benders checked aboard and said, God bless today from Wisconsin. Beautiful scenery, a very nice sunset. Well, we can thank God for this, can't we? In the moments we're sharing. And Darren's putting up some symbols and emojis, and so is Alex. Yes. And one of the symbols that Alex is setting up is actually the American Sign Language gesture for love. And Boz just asked, am I a religious person? Well, Ba, I think I've kind of answered that. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I have a great deal of faith, but it's a very, very personal walk. Very, very personal walk and understanding that I have with God that's quite different. It's just that the language I use is very, well, how can I put it? It's the language of mariners. It's English mariners, actually. Oh my gosh, can you see the sun starting to reach down towards the horizon, folks? If I look up, can you see how it's starting to illuminate the undersides of the clouds? And here I'm going to pan so you can see a little bit off to the north and see how the clouds are hanging in the sky, kind of low. But it makes for a beautiful, beautiful surrounding sunset. And Boss says, I understand. And Alex says that they're playing with their game, and Darren's just taking in all the beauty around us. Oh my gosh, isn't it so beautiful tonight, or this evening? And where Ba is, the sun is just starting to rise. Okay, I'm going to take just a moment. My arm is starting to take a bit of a set. And I just want to scroll back here. Okay. Oh. Look up a little bit. Can you see the undersides of the clouds as they're lit beyond the cellular tower? Hear the cicada. Yes, those are cicadas. They're in the tree behind me, not quite 25 feet away. And Darren says, I haven't heard or seen one in a long time. Do you have cicadas where you are, Darren, or did you hear them while you were traveling? Oh, I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm going to look away for just a second. There. See the little bird there? Oh, I know what kind of bird that is, and I can't remember. They are, there, can you hear it go eep, eep, eep? My gosh, my brain just goes blank because I can't remember what those birds are called. When I was a little boy, we used to call them eep, eep birds. And they're very, very clever. They typically nest on the ground, and when a predator comes by, they will cry out and go eep, 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 eep. And they will walk along with one wing dragging the ground and lead the predator away from their nests by mimicking being injured. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't remember the proper name for the bird. It just slips my mind sometimes. But that's probably the closest I've ever been to one. And he was maybe 25 feet away, or she. What a beautiful, beautiful evening, isn't it? Let's look up. You can see still some of the gold and the almost purple color of the clouds. Isn't it beautiful? And off on the horizon, you can see the other clouds that are backlit by the rays of the sun beyond the horizon. Isn't it beautiful? What a gift. What a gift that we're able to share this evening. And thank you for the likes, everybody. We all appreciate those things. These likes belong to all of you, not so much to me, because you're the ones who make this all possible. You're the ones who inspire me to do these things when I can. I'm just so blessed in this moment that I can do this. And Boss says, I really appreciate the live broadcast you had after that, I was able to feel relaxed after a long period of stress. Well, bless you, Bob. But it's everyone here. It's everyone who's in the chat, who's watching, that help come together and help us all. That makes this all possible, so we can relax and just find peace. and meditate and give thanks. Peace be with you, Ba. Peace be with you always. And Darren's remark, I felt very peaceful when me and my dad went fishing today. Yes. Yes. I'm sure he felt very peaceful being with you too, Darren. God bless him for that. I believe that was a cardinal that just flew by. Perhaps a female. The colors were dull. Oh, and I just remembered the name of the bird that I was trying to recall. It's what's called a killdeer. K-I-L-D-E-E. I'm sorry. K-I-L-D-E-E-R. And if you can listen real close, there are others. And they're calling out to each other in the evening. I think they're using a mating call. And of course the cicadas are. There's a bird in the tree behind me, but I can't make out what kind of bird it is. But he's up in the tree overhead. It was hot and humid here today. The birds were relatively silent. But in the evening, when it's not so hot, or early in the morning, That's when you hear the bird song. And Darren's remarked, same, it's hot and humid. Yes, yes. A lot of moisture being held in the air now. A lot of moisture being held in the air throughout much of the world. And Darren remarks, even at night, it's still hot for me. Yeah. From where you've described where you are out west, Darren, yeah. Yeah. If it's as arid as I think it is, the ground holds a lot of heat overnight. So mind that. Pace yourself. I pray you feel a breeze. I pray your dad feels one too, all your family. Because my gosh, as beautiful as the days can be, they can be so deadly. I remember we talked about how the nighttime sometimes, the darkness kind of scares you. But even in the darkness, you can find comfort and relief from the heat of the day. Just remember to be safe in it. Be wise in it. Don't go wandering off by yourself. Take your dad with you if you can, or a family member, so that you can look out for each other. But don't wander far from home. And Ba asks, do you prefer sunrise or sunset? The sunrise here was very beautiful too. Oh, the funny thing, Ba, I love them both. I try to catch them both every day. The sunrise is from where I am now. I can't see so well. There's a lot of trees and such to the east, and homes. But I love them just the same. I've seen many, many sunrises from across our prairies, from across desert land, from across snow-covered fields. And those moments are just as beautiful and just as magnificent, aren't they? And now you can see the dark blue and purple in the skies above us. Still the clouds in the far distance, illuminated from the sun from beyond the horizon, their gold color being reflected back towards us. And that gold is a treasure which money cannot buy. It's temporal, It's only in the evening and in the early morning we get to see that gold. It's not ours to hold or to keep, but just like love, it's ours to convey and share. True? What a treasure we have in these moments. These peaceful moments. Well, although you can't see but maybe one right there, there's a lamp that's come on, and another you can maybe see there as night starts to fall over us. I can still hear the killdeer calling out to each other. There's still enough light reflected in the sky that I can't see any clouds, or not clouds, but any stars yet, but they're out there. And it won't be long till they come out. And should the clouds not cover them, we'll be able to gaze into the heavens above us. And marvel at the majesty and the mysteries of the universe. And Boz asked, have you ever found Ursa Major and Ursa Minor? If I recall correctly, those are the big bear and the little bear. Oh, heavens. I have often seen what we usually refer to in the West as the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. I can't recall my constellations so well because I never was, how can I put it? I've never devoted the time in my life, and I should have, to studying celestial bodies. It seemed like I never could find a place that was far enough away from the light by the time I really began to appreciate these things to see the constellations. Because we have so much light pollution here. With the humidity that we have here, the light is refracted throughout the atmosphere and travels upwards. And it actually can drown out the, how can I put it, overpower. That reflected light can actually overpower the natural light that shines from the stars above. But from time to time, and usually in the winter, the air begins to dry out here. Although around here, where I am, even in the wintertime, we can get very warm days and very cold days, often within a week or a few days of each other, because there's so many air masses that collide in the region where I am. But should the weather stabilize for a week, you can go out at night if you're young and resilient. I'm not so much anymore. I'm kind of susceptible to the cold and the heat. But you can go out at night and stare up at the night sky and make out the constellations. They are so beautiful, aren't they, Ba? And Darren's chimed in a couple of times with a smile and said, yeah. So have you seen Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, Darren? I assume that yeah was for Ba's question. I just don't know. There's one bird that I very seldom hear around here, and they're actually indigenous to the area. I've only heard them a few times, usually in the heat of the day, in the 15 years or so that I've lived here. And Darren's just typed in, no, I have not seen them both, and I think my texts are coming in slowly. They could be. There could be a lot of traffic on the communication system, and that has a tendency to slow things down. But the bird that I'm talking about is known by two different names, and that is the meadowlark and the whippoorwill. Back in 2013, I spent some time west of here, not very far, about 50, 60 miles. And I stayed in a house that was at the edge of a wood. And I'll never forget the sound of the whippoorwill. And it would make a noise, a song that used to go. I don't know if I can whistle very well like that. I can't whistle well at all. And it was so sharp and clear and loud. It wasn't a proud song as much as it almost had a tinge of desperation to it, as it cried out to know that it wasn't alone. And then you would hear it quite some distance away in the heat of the day, if it was quiet. Another whippoorwill would call back with its back then I could whistle better. And I remember a couple of times that I would whistle back to the whippoorwill. And sometimes the whippoorwill would whistle back to me. I tried not to overdo it because I didn't want to confuse the bird. I hope the bird realized that I only meant to do it in jest, that I didn't mean to disorient it or confuse it. I'd like to think that even birds have a bit of a sense of humor and can understand that actually I was doing it in admiration. And Boaz said about Ursa Major and Ursa Minor that they usually find them when I go into the forest at night. And Darren is remarking from the camera, it is kind of dark. Yeah. Not so dark that I can see a star yet. But if you look off to the north, there you can see the purple in the sky and the colors. And Big King is checking in and says, Bruno, what's up? We're just watching the sunset, Big King. Steady as it goes, Big King. It's been a good day so far. It's good to have you all aboard. Well, I have to admit, ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to take a bit of a set. So I'm going to have to get up and move around and maybe eat a little bit. I have other things to take care of, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to get underway. I'll miss you, but I so appreciate the time that we've spent here during the sunset we've just watched. Bless you all for sharing your moments with me, and don't be sad. Just trust that there'll be more to come. And give thanks for the moments that we all share. No matter if we're in Tehran, Iran, or out west in the mountains, or in Florida. So, there we go. Remember to be respectful and kind and thankful in all things. Share the love we convey. Remain humble before God and give glory to Him for all He's allowed us to share. Good luck and Godspeed, everyone. I hope to see you again soon.